What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And it wasn't good, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't nice, it sucked. Yeah, so stocks sold off Friday. The Dow closes at 700 points lower. So let's get into what happened today in the market. It's pretty much a continuation of what's been happening for quite a while now. So in the news, it says stocks sold off sharply on Friday, pressured by growing uncertainty on U.S. trade policy, as well as a more grim outlook on inflation. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down 715.80 points, or 1.69%, at 41,583.90. The S&P 500 shed 1.97% to 5,580.94 points. And the S&P was once at over 6,000 points, so it has shed a lot. Each industry has shedded a lot, to be honest. So pretty much the S&P 500 has ended the week down for the fifth time in the last 6 weeks. So the Nasdaq Composite plunged 2.7% to settle at 17,322.99 points. The market's taking a big hit, people. Taking a big hit. So shares of several technology giants dropped, putting pressure on the broader market because technology has been leading the market for a few years now. And so the fact that these tech stocks and these tech companies have been taking a hit is affecting the market in a major way. So Google parent Alphabet lost 4.9%. That's huge. While Meta and Amazon shed 4.3%. That's a big hit, people. If you are an investor and you're paying attention to your investments and you're invested in any of these companies, you will see how big of a hit it really is. And even if you're invested into like information technology ETF, you took a big hit today as well. So this week S&P 500 lost 1.53%. That's a lot. While the 30 stock Dow shed 0.96%. The Nasdaq declined 2.59%. So with the latest losing week, Nasdaq is now on pace for a more than 8% monthly decline, which would be its worst monthly performance since December of 2022. And remember, I said back in a couple of videos, I said what's happening now reminds me of what happened in 2022. And in 2022, in the month of June, I stopped investing. When the stocks were going low, I got scared and I stopped investing when I could have bought the stocks at a lower price, but I just stopped altogether. And then towards the end of the year, everything went up and I missed out on all the gains. And then 2023, they continued to go up. 2024, they were going up. So I missed out. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. So stocks took a leg lower on Friday after the University of Michigan's final read on consumer sentiment for March reflected the highest long-term inflation expectations since 1993. So Friday's core personal consumption expenditures price index also came out hotter than expected, rising 2.8% in February and reflecting a 0.4% increase for the month, stoking concerns about persistent inflations. So economists surveyed by Dow Jones had been looking for respective numbers of 2.7% and 0.3%. So it exceeded that, coming in at 2.8% and 0.4%. So consumer spending accelerated 0.4% for the month, below the 0.5% forecast according to the fresh data from the Bureau of Economic Analysts. So the market is getting squeezed by both sides, the article says. There's uncertainty around next week's reciprocal tariffs, hitting the major exporting sectors like tech, alongside concerns about a weakening consumer facing higher prices hitting areas like discretionary, said Scott Hefstein, head of investment strategy at Global X. I'm telling you, people, you better start saving your money. You continue to invest, but be careful of your spending. Save, live below your means. You can still invest, buy these stocks at the dip, and save money at the same time, because prices are going to go up. I've noticed prices going up now. No, like I went to a restaurant after work yesterday, and I bought this drink that I normally buy. It was an alcoholic beverage, right? And I remember before, like say 6 months ago, the drink was in a bigger glass, but now it's in a smaller glass. And then the bartender told me the other glass is broke, right? So they're charging the same prices for less. And I see that happening across the board for a lot of things. I still bought the drink, right? Because the price wasn't the issue. The amount actually probably helped me because I didn't end up drinking that much. So just know, like, things are going to go up. So anyway, at least that's my opinion. My opinion. So Hefstein added, however, that the news on inflation and consumer spending was not that bad and could simply represent a hiccup in near-term sentiment as investors struggle to understand. That's the thing, that everyone's struggling to understand the Trump administration's new policy. So despite today's sell-off and broader market volatility of the past few weeks, there have not been big inflows into money markets. It seems like a lot of investors are trying to ride this out. Like me, I'm trying to ride it out. I'm not too worried about it. I see this like, what's the name of that book? It's something about Dow. Oh, I'm looking at it like The Art of War. You know, it's like you create a problem, things go bad, prices and stocks go down. A lot of people are going to bail out. A lot of people are not going to invest. Things are going to be at an all-time high. And then boom, all of a sudden things start to get better. And if you have been purchasing, a dollar cost averaging into the market this whole entire time, when things start to get better, you're going to be on the receiving end of a lot of profits, right? So again, the art of war. You create problems. You create the problem, cause havoc, and then you come around on the backside and you offer a solution. I don't even know if that made sense. But either way, the stock market is currently down. At some point, in my opinion, things will get better. And when it gets better, I want to be on the receiving end of a lot of earnings and interest, because I continue to buy stocks. I got maybe 2 or 3 more stocks at one price when, just 6 months ago, I could only get one, so I'm getting more and more of my stocks. And again, the more stocks you have and the more money you're able to invest in good growth companies, the more compound interest you're going to earn on your money over time. Either way, that's just how that's how I'm choosing to look at it. So it says here, the latest inflation report comes amid a flurry of tariff announcements from the White House, which have roiled the market in recent weeks. Investors are looking ahead to April 2nd, next month, right? When President Trump is expected to announce further tariff plans for further clarity. And so I think the market will continue to further go down. I think maybe we won't find any stability in things, maybe until June. Who knows? Maybe the whole year. Because, again, I remember reading not to expect more than, say, 10% growth in the market for the year 2025. And that may be true. May be true because things are really down. So if right now we can bounce back from all these hits we've been taking and come out at least 10% growth by the end of the year, December of 2025, I would take that. Because that means I would earn everything that I lost up until this point and then gain a 10% gain 10% on my investment, I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah. Even I'll take 5%. No, I want 10%. Actually, I want 13.5%. Gotta put it out there. Anyway, so on Friday, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney told Trump that the Canadian government will implement retaliatory tariffs following Wednesday's announcement. Bloomberg earlier reported that the European Union is identifying concessions it could make to Trump's administration to reduce the reciprocal tariffs from the U.S. So Trump earlier this week announced a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States, a decision that hurt auto stocks and raised concerns of an economic slowdown. A lot of stuff's happening, people. You got to get ready. Things are changing. If you don't see it, things are changing. So you need to, better understand the change. You need to be prepared for these changes so it won't catch you on the blind side, catch you off guard, and you not have measures and plans in place to ride it out. And not just ride it out, but also make a profit on it, right? You have to pay attention, people. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You gotta think. I keep saying gotta. Yeah, you have to think, right? No one's going to think for you. No one's going to do anything for you. I don't care who it is. No one's going to do anything for you like you can do for you, because you know exactly what you need. You know exactly what makes you comfortable. You know exactly what makes you feel good, right? And so it's not realistic to expect someone else to do that for you, to give you the things that you need, that makes you comfortable, that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, because sometimes those people may come up short, and then because they come up short, you get upset. It's not that person's fault. It's your fault, right? So do it for yourself and then work with people. And then when you see other people get let down by someone else, a politician, a family member, a spouse, like, hey, that's your fault. It's a two-way street. It's not just one way, it's two-way. Either you make the decision to go along with the plan, you make the decision to let whatever happens happen. So then afterwards, just take what you get. And if you're the take what you get kind of person, then don't be upset when things don't go your way and when the price of freaking milk goes up to $15 a gallon. I don't drink milk, but those of you that do, when it does go up to $15, don't complain. Just pay that $15 and keep it moving. If you can't afford to buy it, you can get powdered milk. That may be $10.50. Either way, it's going to cost. That's just how it is. Because I was watching Shannon Sharp, one of his videos the other day, when him and Ocho were talking about the price of things back in 1985. Like gas was like $1.12 a gallon. A brand new car average price was $7,700. The average price for a home was $84,000. Like bread, they call it light bread, right? Was like 68 cents, a dollar or 68 cents, right? And when I think about it in 1985, and when they spoke of it during those times, it was hard for people then. Like if you think of the money that you make now and you see those prices, you're like, wow, that's good money. But not everyone made that type of money. So we're still riding out those type of times. And I believe because of technology, everything is speeding up faster, right? Technology speeding things up. People are so tuned in to, their phones, their computers. It makes them feel like time is going by faster. Time's not just going by fast. You're so locked into the data and these algorithms of your computer and your phone. You're locked into that. And so it makes time feel like it's going by faster. But if you just shut the computer down, just turn the phone off, and you sit down, time slows down, right? So, but either way, because of technology and the development of devices, it's going to speed things up. And the prices, I believe, because of that, is going to go up even faster. And you need to be prepared for that because it's happening slowly but surely. because it was another thing I remember going into the grocery store. Here, a little thing of blueberries in the grocery store is $11.52. And then it's $14. This is for the little case, right? The organic one is $14, right? So, yeah, like a bag of potato chips in the local store here is like $10. That's a lot of money. So, yeah. So be prepared. That's why you have to lower your debt to income ratio. You have to get out of debt. You need to stay out of debt. You need to live below your means. You can live comfortably and live below your means. I'm currently living below my means, even though I think the rent's too much. But it's not too much. No, it's a lot. Anytime you pay, yeah, either way. But rent's going up everywhere, right? I'm not complaining because I can afford it. But rent's high, right? But you can live below your means. You can live comfortably, and you don't have to live trying to show off to other people by living in the big houses. Like, I look at pictures of houses online, and I see like what you call that furniture, that wicker furniture. It's like that little straw furniture that's supposed to be outside, but a lot of people in these big houses have that sitting in like their living room. And then you go in the bedroom, it's like, it's just a bed frame in there with no headboard. And I'm thinking to myself, does someone live there? And then you see the clothes in the closet, because the pictures of the house that's on sale. I'm like, yeah, there are people that live there. And then there's no dining room table. And then there's a couple of chairs in the living room. There's a kitchen table. It's like, I mean, I really don't know the situation, but I've seen these types of photos throughout the years. Maybe the people are moving slowly out the home. I don't know. But I think that a lot of people are living in these big homes. They don't fully furnish them. Are people living in homes just to say that they live there because it looks nice on the outside, because the area is nice, because the home prices are nice? But you can pay the mortgage, but can you really afford the home? You can pay the car note, but can you really afford the car? Do you have any money left over after you pay your bills? I was having a conversation with a family member today, a close family member, and a male family member, and I was telling him, like, to get some things done to his home. And I said, that's one thing people don't talk about. It's one thing to buy a home and be happy to purchase and buy a home, but it's another thing to take care of it. And when things start to happen in a home, like roof leaks, flooring issues, water leaks, a lot of people, they are paying the mortgage, they're paying their mortgage, but then when that hot water heater goes out, when that roof has an issue, when that water leak is bad, they don't have the money to pay for it. And then oftentimes, if you claim things to your homeowner's insurance 1, 2, 3 many times, they will cancel you. And you could have had them for 5, 10 years, and they will cancel you because you made too many claims. Because they're in the business of making money, not shelling out money to pay for that damage to your home that you're, paying, insurance on. That's just how it is. But either way, yeah. So can you really afford the life that you're living, and can you do it comfortably? And if you can't, and I believe that a lot of people cannot, start making the adjustments now, because things are only going to continue to change. Prices are only going to continue to go up, and either you're going to be able to afford things or you won't. And if you can't, then how are you going to get it? That credit card, going into more and more debt, or you're going to have your hand out requesting assistance from, the same people that you complain about, the government. But that's just my take on it, right? So I'm going to end that here. Let's see what my stocks did today. You know, my baby Nvidia my baby's been taking a whipping for a while now, but she's holding on strong. But Nvidia lost $1.76 today, closing out at $109.67. Yeah, but remember last year, Nvidia went down to like 90 something dollars in August of last year, right? And it went back up. So yeah, this is what's happening. All these stocks are being affected by what's taking place in the government at this time. But I have not seen or read any reports of any issues with Nvidia, with Amazon, with Google, with Microsoft, with Meta. Nothing functionally, financially wrong with the companies. It's just everything's affected by the government right now. So also Broadcom took a hit of $2.87, closing out at $169.12. My information technology ETF, FTEC, took a hit of $4.26, closing out at $161.51. Here's the thing. I remember when I bought this stock, I bought it when it was, I started buying it when it was $145, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. Palantir closed out at $85.85, losing $4.24 today. Tesla lost $9.58, closing out at $263.55. And I remember I started buying Tesla when it was like at $215 or $219 years ago, right? Yeah. My S&P 500 ETF, SPLG, took a loss of $1.32, closing out at $65.37. And I remember when I started buying SPLG, it was like at $40 or maybe $45. Yeah. I mean, so these stocks are taking a major hit. For them to come down as low as they are currently, I mean, they're going for cheap. You know, some of these are good stocks, good growth stocks. The S&P 500, on average for the last 100 years, you know, of course, throughout those 100 years, you know, they might have been in the negative. They've taken gains of 20%, 15%, but on average, for the last 100 years, 10%. So I'm still optimistic. I'm not worried. I'm going to continue to ride this out. To me, it's the art of war. There's a problem that's being created that's affecting the market, that's driving the prices down. It's also driving people away from the market. It's having people take their money out of the market. And again, that's driving the prices of these stocks and these goods and services down even further. So that means I can buy them at an even lower price. And I continue to save. I continue to, you know, have my emergency fund. I still continue to travel, do what I want to do. I'm making plans now, you know, to travel somewhere, because I'm budgeting for that. And you can do the same. Budget, people. You have to budget. Budgeting is the key. You need to start telling your money where to go, so you can stop wondering where it went. So yeah, but disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, and no, I'm not pretending to be one. So any and all information on my channel is for entertainment and informational purposes only. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. Yeah, do your research. Think, people, think. If you're scared, stay scared. Don't do anything. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully what you're doing is working out for you. But if you're not investing, or if you don't have any assets, and remember, assets are things that can pay you or that are paying you, like rental income, a business, you're making money, profit from that. Those are assets. Your home, if you're living in your home, is not an asset because you're not making money off of that home, right? It's good that you own your home, right? But it's not an asset. You're just sitting on, and then say if it's paid off, which is great, you're just sitting on some money, but I mean, it's not an asset. Your car is not an asset because it's depreciating. It's losing value. Your clothes are not assets. Again, yeah. So I'm going to end this video. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all, I think I'm about to go out for my little 4-mile excursion and then do some shopping. I have to go buy a chair, because there's going to be like a concert at the beach today. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to buy me a Yeti cooler to take out there with me. Those Yeti coolers they're pretty pricey, but I think I'm going to buy a small one. Yeah, I know that you don't care about that, but I'm just talking because the market. Just keep it in prayer. All right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed weekend. Stop straddling the fence. Either make the decision to do better or not. Either way, the choice is yours. It's yours to make. And if you don't make any choices, then accept whatever life gives you. And more often than not, whatever you get, you're not going to like it. All right, so have more control than that, and and take responsibility over your life and put the necessary things in place so that you will always be taken care of. Because this life is a game. There's a structure, there's a game, there's a system, and you need to learn how to play and maneuver in this system. Some call it the matrix, so you can get what you need out of it and more, because you can. Or you continue to be a victim of this stuff. And that's what happens in life when you don't have control over it. Things just happen to you, and you have no control. All right, so you guys take care, because right now I'm just rambling. Peace.